JEH Stallion Station has a remarkable sire selection standing at stud that will add speed to any program. JEH is well known for producing winners of numerous major stakes races time and again, with the likes of Trace Sace, Apolitical Jess, and New Mexico-bred Brookstone Bay in the genetic offering. Why not explore your options with us? Endless possibilities with winning results. JEH Stallion Station.
Several trainers in the $2.4 million All-American Futurity have enjoyed previous success. Both Sleepy Gilbreth and John Bassett have 2 wins, and Paul Jones has won 3 times in the past 6 years. Then there's Jack Brooks. The man with the statue guarding the entrance to the paddock is an 8-time winner as a trainer, and now he's back as consultant and minority partner in Jess Cuervo. So will one of these living legends add to their own exploits, or will there be a new name in the All-American record book? Let's find out as we get the call from Robert Fox.
They're running in the All-American Futurity, and they all got away beautifully. Ochoa, a lot of love for Robin from the far side. T-Cause. Then we have Jess Cuervo, Big Daddy Cartel drifting in along the inside, causing bunching, and Bill's last had to take up. Ochoa's in front. Ochoa, then T-Cause, followed up by Just Send Me. Ochoa's going to win the All-American Futurity. Ochoa from Just Send Me. T-Cause, a lot of love for Robin from the far side.
This All-American was never in doubt as Ochoa rolls to a convincing victory. Just Send Me just nipped T-Cause for second, but they were all left in Ochoa's wake. After finishing a closing third in the Ruidoso Futurity in June, Ochoa was held out of the Rainbow to point for Labor Day, and the plan worked like a charm. He was the fastest qualifier under Jackie Martin, who was severely injured on September 2nd. Roy Baldiez picked up the ride and added to his growing total of major victories for trainer Sleepy Gilbreth.
When I saw him break, I thought he was in pretty good shape because he really never breaks just real alert, but if he can keep his feet under him for 3 or 4 jumps, he'll get to rolling.
And how about the race that Roy rode on him?
Perfect. It was perfect. I couldn't, I've had Roy around me since he first started riding. Put him on the first horse I think he ever rode, and that makes you proud too. It really does.
We were talking about how fickle this game can be. Yesterday, absolutely no good fortune at all with Cole Cash. Today, you come and cash with Ochoa.
Yes, sir. It was just a better day today.
And how about Jackie Martin?
I wish he was here with us. Jackie, he did a lot to help me with this horse, and I listen to Jackie. When Jackie Martin tells me something, I listen, and I tried to do it just like I thought he wanted it done, and he galloped the horse 2 or 3 times this week, and every time he got off of him, he said he's better today. He's as good as he's ever been. And okay, Jackson.
Ready.
Yes, sir.
One of the things we've been talking about all week with Sleepy Gilbreth is how special it would be to win the All-American for Johnny Jones.
Johnny Jones is my old partner, and he's a heck of a horseman, and just a very good friend, and a friend to a lot of people, and I'm just elated that we got it done.
This was the 3rd All-American victory for Sleepy Gilbreth. The sheer size of the Wind Circle celebration barely left enough room for the horse. It was a popular victory with the public as well. Ochoa was the 8-5 favorite, and coupled with 17-1 Just Send Me for a $105 exacta. Those who had Ochoa in the All-American Futurity Future wager cashed in at 25-1. The running time of 21.058 was the 4th fastest in All-American history. And we'll be right back with more interviews and a full order of finish right after this.
This coming fall, join Heritage Place in Oklahoma City for their annual quarter horse yearling sale. The industry's largest sale event is scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. on Thursday, September 15th. So mark your calendar and make your plans now to be in Oklahoma City. This 3-day offering will consist of nearly 1,000 head of the finest quarter horse yearlings presented at auction anywhere this year in the country. We invite you to join us, Heritage Place, where champions are sold.
Jockey Roy Baldiez has ridden the roller coaster with Sleepy Gilbreth this week, through the disappointment of Cold Cash 123 to the elation of Ochoa.
It's great. It's really great. This horse, they're both exceptional animals, and yesterday we just had a rough trip, and today we had a perfect trip.
And that was the thought coming in, was that if he could get away from the gate, he could make his presence known. How did it go for you?
The horse stood perfect and never moved in there, and when the gate come open, he left right there. The 10 horse left with him for a few jumps, and then he just pulled away from the field.
Were you ever in doubt that you were going to win it?
No, I wasn't. He pulled away from the field so easy. It was just hang on and don't fall off after that.
Well, you were familiar with him. You had ridden him in the finals of the AA Futurity when he ran third. He was qualified, of course, by Jackie Martin, but you knew what you had under you.
Yes, I did. That race was 350 yards, and the horse didn't get away good, and he just come running on the end and wound up third. But I knew quarter mile would be his trip, and this one is for Jackie, by the way.
A sentiment shared by all involved. Ochoa is a son of Trace Sayce out of Stoley's Fortune. He was bred by John T.L. Jones Jr. and owned by a partnership of Jones, Doug Benson, and Monty and Catsy Cluck. Well, if my math is correct, 44 years ago, Johnny T.L. Jones was in the winner's circle, having trained the winner of the Kansas Futurity. You remember back that far?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
And here he is as the owner and breeder of the All-American Futurity winner, Ochoa. Johnny, how does it feel after all this time?
Well, you know, Diamond isn't anything but a little piece of coal, stayed with it.
And you stayed with it, and you were in the thoroughbred business for many years, but you never lost sight of the quarter horse.
Never did.
And tell me about Ochoa.
Well, you know, I bought a mare here at the sale, and she broke through the gate and worked about 300 yards and injured herself, so I had a brood mare. And I bred her Ocean Runaway, had a nice coat. I just thought I needed a little more substance in her. It wasn't any great breeding plan. And I like Trace Sayce, and that's why I bred her.
And you put a partnership together.
Well, I said he was by a horse that was a little cool, out of a mare unraced. And I just told my wife I wasn't going to sell him less than $25,000. Well, they had a live bid at 24, and by God, she bid 25. Thank God.
So we have Brenda to thank for Ochoa still being in the family.
Yes, sir. I'll lay the first fold of Brenda something.
And then the people that you got involved.
Well, they've really been friends of mine for years, and they've been asking me for 3 or 4 years that they wanted to do a horse. Well, the hardest thing you'll ever have to do is to buy a friend a horse. So I thought, well, it's not a lot of money, and I asked her if they'd like to join me, and I bought another filly, and of course she wasn't near as good as him. Anyway, and so we've had a good run. Everybody's happy, but they were all happy, but win or lose.
Well, you have a favorite saying I know you've said to me many times. It's very appropriate for this longevity. Stay in the buggy?
Stay in the buggy.
Ochoa captures the biggest 2-year-old purse in quarter horse racing history, earning $1.2 million. Just Send Me, one of 3 saddled by trainer Blaine Wood, took home $350,000 for second. Big Daddy Cartel finished 8th, but was disqualified to 10th. So Ochoa jumps to the top of the 2-year-old ranks with a career-defining and popular victory, and threatens to be a major force at 440 yards in the big stakes to come.
It seemed like it's really, really helped my program. I've had no OCDs in my babies, and when they get to the track, first start breaking them, we haven't had problems going into it. And it seems like to me that the horses grow a little more and really develop better with the cow density to get them ready to get on the track and start the program. And we had real good luck with it the last couple of years, keeping the horses a little sounder and winning a lot of races.
Travel accommodations provided by La Quinta Inn Ruidoso, the horseman's home away from home.